Alright, we're at the end. This map will be my last incursion. Or my last temple. I got 4 temples left. So where we're currently sitting right now is I know I've vendored some string of servitudes, so this isn't a total of the number of incursion temples I've done, but just right here, this is 11 boss drops, this is 11 boss drops. Here, these jewels are 11 boss drops, and the sacrificial heart is a boss drop. That's 34 boss drops here. I'm unsure of how many of these string of servitudes I've vendored. Maybe around 10. I don't think I've vendored any flasks. But so, let's say I've done like 45 temples. I've gotten 6 vials in total. The 2 on the Transcendent Mind and Flesh. The 1 used to upgrade the Dance of the Offered. And I have another one of those vials. I just got a vial of summoning in my last one. That upgrades Mask of the Spirit Drinker. And I upgrade the Coward's Legacy. So at this point, like I've finished all of my Guardian maps, my Elder Shaper Guardians, so I'm just throwing these in here to get this done. It was taking longer due to the fact that I was like every 4 maps I'm trying to do a Maven's Invitation, and now I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to worry about the bosses running here. All I care about is getting this incursion done. And then we go to the temples. Hopefully the last couple chances will give me the vial that I need. I've gotten 6 pairs of the gloves. And no vial. The fact that it's like 1 in 10 chance to get a vial is just... of any kind is just insane to me. Like, I don't even care at this point. Like, I've got my path to the top finished. I'll upgrade the rooms. Sure. And then I want out. I'm so tired of doing these. 4 temples to go. First 2 don't have anything else in them. So I'll show you real quickly how I've been running the temples. Temples just feel bad. I'm not gonna lie. I can look at this here. Yeah, I can. There's the Atlas of Worlds, tier 3. That means that every single architect is going to drop some kind of map currency. Sure. Right. House of the Others. That's 3 breaches that have no juice from my Atlas at all. And just like you breach splinters. Chamber of Iron. This one's gonna have... okay, this one has chests. We'll run over here. I don't need to fight this stuff. This one's gonna have chests, so... around, maybe, somewhere. So I can only get I-83 gear from these. Not dropping me anything special. No fractured. Okay, these ones have incursion mods on them, which these are really easy to get. And the architect is going to drop me some chisels, probably. Oh, 2 horizons. Cool. This is the T3, like, guard vault room thing. Ooh, I got a pair of Titan's Greaves that are within 95% of the max roll. Yay. Only eye level 83. But yeah, House of the Others, I don't care. It's a waste of time for me to go in here and do these breaches. If I want to get breach stuff, I will spec in breach stuff in my Atlas. Come in here, check these. I want fire damage against burning enemies. There actually is some use to having these items now that we can use Sentinels to recombine them. What else we got here? Yeah, this Legion, same thing as the breaches. Like, it's just a waste of my time. Like, it's less efficient than me, like, running a map and, like, respecking my Atlas passive tree to get breach stuff. It is a solid source of Vol Orbs in these rooms. The currency ones. So I've stacked up a few Vol Orbs. Oh, we can kill this guy. It's like unmaking, like rarely a Harbinger orb, most likely chisels. So I could go around to every room and get chisels, or I can go like to delve or to heist and drop like 20 chisels from a single chest. Like, why? Like, why am I going to spend my time in it and like invest in any way in like really doing this. Anything else I need here? No. Like I could go get the like chests from this Atlas room, but they're not going to drop based on my Atlas. Chances of me getting a T16 map out of there, well, this is an 81 temple, but like I'm probably going to get a bunch of yellow maps, which I don't care for. Like why? So I come in here and hope to get the vial, but it seems like it's been like a 1 in 10 chance that I'll even get a vial to drop. So I've like, this will be the third time I've done it. I've been throwing on want gear just to kill this boss for the extra hopes that maybe it'll drop a vial. So give myself an extra 18% quant here just in case. And it worked in the last one. I did get a vial, a summoning for that Mask of the Spirit Drinker. But yeah, I really like mess up my build and resistances doing that. Yay, another String of Servitude and more of these items that just drop from the incursions in maps. Yay, cool. Fun. Add this to the collection. Like I've like when you have the T3 trap room, like it's not every time that you get the gloves. Like, I've got 6 pair of gloves. Like why? Like it's such a build enabling piece of gear that is just locked behind this dismal grind that there's no guarantee. There's no guaranteed way to get that other than to grind this out endlessly. Now, I have thought of some ways that it's like, okay, like what could be done to, make Incursion not as bad? Well, I mean, adding Sentinels gave it something, so there's some reason to come in here. I have not cared about doing an Incursion in probably the past year. There's been nothing out of here that I've ever really cared about or wanted. Now I'm trying to min-max this trap build, which means I need these gloves. What do we got here? Anything Oh, I didn't put my stuff back on. I wasn't capped on my resistances. Because I'm trying to quant farm this boss because it doesn't drop the thing that's supposed to come from it. But T3 Factory doesn't even give you anything. Increases life and yield of the temple. That's actually what I've focused on trying to get. But it doesn't add anything to the temple other than maybe some quant. It makes it a little harder. There's some of them that have some cool effects, like the Tormented Spirit Room. If you upgrade it to 3, all the stuff, every architect will be affected by a Tormented Spirit and whatnot. Same with the Atlas of Worlds. Since it's at tier 3, all of the architects in here, just like in the last temple I did, gonna drop some map currency. Yeah, and unmaking. Those are nice. But you also only get 12 upgrades, so this one didn't upgrade anything that is really useful to have in here. Which is kind of sad. It's not as bad as Kane's Laboratory is in value. It's harder to get a metamorph in Tane's Lab, and it gives you way less stuff than this does. Because I'm at the very least, I'm going to get some items off of this that I could potentially use Sentinel recombinators on, maybe. But for real, I think these vials should drop 4 times as often. Yay, String of Servitude, another pair of these gloves. I've got so many of these, right? For so long, I'm getting 3 of these items per map. So that's kind of useless. You can also get them from the chests. This one we can take this. So, could you imagine though? You want whatever upgraded helmet this is. and you have to do 200 maps with incursions in it to get the vial. Forget this one. Like, let alone I don't have an upgraded Story of the Vault. I don't have an upgraded pair of gloves. I don't have an upgraded Apex Slumber. Like, I don't have upgraded one of these. I only got 2 of the upgraded Transcendent Jewels. Like, come on. Like, that's so much time invested in doing this, and it just gives you nothing. I wouldn't say it gives you nothing. It gives you a very high probability at nothing. It's sad. So honestly, like, I would love for there to be some kind of way to guarantee, like, vials or something. I don't know if I have one in here. There's this Temple Nexus, right? This upgrades nearby rooms. I think it would be really cool if there was the possibility of a T4 room. T4 rooms in here. And this Temple Nexus could upgrade it. And then, like, maybe you get rid of the limit, right? That you can only upgrade 12 rooms. So you're not left with all these garbage temples. Just increasing the amount of pointless grind. Like, there's nothing coming out of here that's super valuable to me in any way. Other than, like, I'm trying to farm 1800 Vol Orbs in SSF. I'll take any chance at Vol Orbs I can get. But I've almost gotten all of the, like, unique bases from, like, the T3 rooms. I've gotten so many. Yeah. These are all helmets that have Fizz taken as. These are all fire. These ones are all lightning. These ones are all cold. Let alone what's the ones I've gotten since I filled that from running all these temples. Look, these are all staffs that I have. These ones all came from maps. Yep. These are all Fizz taken as helmets that I've gotten from temples. It's not like they're in short supply. It's kind of all over the place. So, is that really the reward that's coming from here? Because you can get those at maps. Like, you don't need to do this. Like, what good thing is coming from here? Like, and there's, like, so much content. It's just, like, not in here. There's no access to catalysts or metamorphs. There's nothing to do with delirium. There's no kinds of, like, blight rewards of any kind. Like, so, like, there's so many things that it feels like I'm investing my time into this. I'm just cutting myself off from all these other rewards. And then when you do that, and then the temple just doesn't reward you for doing so, it feels awful. So just imagine, like, let's say there was this possibility of T4 rooms, and I spend, like, maybe 15 maps to perfect a temple. And I've got a Temple Nexus in one of these middle 3 spots, so it connects to a bunch of different rooms. And that's the only way that you can upgrade them to tier 4. And then once I get to tier 4, like, every single architect in there connected with because there's a T4 Glittering Halls drops a unique jewelry piece, right? Halls of War does nothing but add pack size. Treasury Room, like, this one only is T2. But if this was, like, a T4 room, maybe, like, I think you should really, like, lean into, like, adding stuff to the architects. Like, I think that's a really cool idea. So the Court of Sealed Death, I mean, I don't know about that. Strong boxes, there's a bunch of strong boxes in there that are all white, and you can roll them, maybe. That takes time. But even when you use Engineer's Orbs on those are still, they still don't. Engineer Orbs are terrible as well, but get another chance here. We get an upgrade, something. I would just love to see more here. Just something more going on. And the idea with the Temple Nexus, maybe if I got my Temple Nexus upgrade to 3 in one of these top 2 slots, it elevates the Apex, and that can guarantee me a vial or something. Like, there needs to be something here rather than this just relentless grind fest of these basic enemies that have been around for 4 years. Like, it's all the same. Nothing's really changed except they, like, now you can get up to 3 breaches spawn in the breach room, and there's a legion that can spawn. What else has changed? in Temple. It hasn't. That's the real answer. So I gotta get my treasury room. I'm level 100. Like I've been grinding incursions for like 5 straight days. Like 12 hours a day. And I don't have the thing that I'm trying to get. That is awful. And like the crazy, like the 2 like rarest things out of here have div cards for them. Because it's so monotonous doing this that it'd be better to go do something else and then farm it that way. Cool. I got a Vol Orb. Lovely. Court of Sealed Death. Ornate Strongbox. Sometimes you get unique ones. Oh, there's a Diviner Strongbox, but yeah, if you just open this white, oh, it doesn't give you that much stuff. If I'm going to invest in Strongboxes, it's probably better to just go do them in my maps. Invest in my maps in the Strongboxes. There's much better Strongbox rewards. And yeah, you get the double corrupts and for items and gems. That's a possibility, but like the 3rd temple I've run in a row that didn't have one of those. So not like you're guaranteed to get that out of it. Like most of these just feel like a massive waste of my time. It feels bad. I don't know what more I can really say about it. There's something needs to be improved. Look at this. Alright, there's a Mask of the Stitch Demon. Not even sure exactly what that does. I just know I can't take my trap build to the next level because I can't get this vial, like one specific vial, to drop in SSF. So yeah, this right here, Mask of the Stitch Demon being 2.5x, is not because it has insane amount of value. It's because no one wants to farm this. I forgot to switch my things. Look, I got another String of Servitude. 4 of these items. Yeah, like it's straight up, it's not indicative of the like value of this item. Like how, okay, it's 2.5x. How many builds are using this item? Oh, these are using Mask of the Tribunal. No one's using it in trade. Mask of the Tribunal was the cheaper one. And that's 5 chaos. There's one person in like on the like ladder using Mask of the Tribunal. No one's using this. I was gonna say it's so hard to get it. Like if it's that hard to get in Trade League, like imagine what I'm trying to do. Like it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. This is the last temple I got. Like I don't have any more will to run it. Like I'm tomorrow I'm going to go into the Uber bosses blind for the first time with my build being unfinished in SSF because like after 4 or 5 days of this, I can't do it anymore. Like it's been the same thing for days. Granted, I've been like multitasking and trying to like work on other things in the process. Farming my boss maps and stuff along the way, but I'm always doing these incursions. Like the incursions in maps if I'm like trying to like build the temple up and whatnot. It takes time. I spend more time in like my incursions and maps than anywhere else. Okay, this one's got a few things. Yeah, like I was running through the temple with the map up because I just don't care. What do we got here? Nothing I care about. Lovely. Let's go to Crucible of Flame. Oh, there's these war vaults. You might get fractured items sometimes from these. You might get div cards sometimes. Doesn't matter. Like it doesn't feel like the level of the room matters. It just makes the temple more difficult for no reason at all. And there used to be a time where map drops were so difficult to come by that getting an Incursion temple like could be like this huge zone of like high monster level stuff. Good chance. Oh, there's another one of those. There's another one of these helmets that I can try and recombinator. But there used to be a good place to like try and farm maps, but even the maps I get out of here, like they have to drop off an enemy or they're not T16 maps. Like ever. Which sucks. Glittering halls, this is all jewelry stuff. Sometimes you get tempests in here. And give you corrupted stuff, maybe. Oh, come on. Clicking on chests is so difficult sometimes. But yeah, none of the max level this stuff can be is item level 83. Like, what's the chances I get something good from that? It's just none. Already did Sanctum of Immortality. We got Conduit of Lightning here. Oh, yay. Okay, a bunch of mana stuff. Onto the boss. I can't even use this Apex of Ascension unless I want to, like, use it on something else. That's the only way I can use the vials to actually, like, level stuff up. It is literally easier to farm Ashes of the Stars than to farm these Slave Driver's Hands. Like, it's... Why? Like, actually, why? Hey, a String of Servitude and no vials. Feels freaking bad. It's not like I'm getting lucky on the vial. Like, 9 times out of 10, I get no vial. It just doesn't make sense. Like, there could be so much more done here. Or you could straight up and, like, remove Incursion from the game. I'd be completely fine with that as well. Make these items as part of the drop pool and the upgrade ones faded uniques. And boom, done. Because there isn't anything in that temple worth having, honestly. And so yeah, like I mentioned, tomorrow I will do Uber bosses. We don't get the gloves, so we don't get to do the whole, like, fire, like, using hatred and adding cold, converting it to fire. I wonder if I got 9 more ancient orbs along the way, because I farmed all of my Harbinger Scarabs while I was farming my Incursions. So let's see. Maybe we can get a taste of hate. It'll be something, right? Nope. Not to mention that the, like, other piece of this that I needed was I needed a chest armor to replace when I was replace my gloves. I already got the chest armor rolled. This thing is eaten 3,000 fusings and not linked. So that's lovely too. And that's not even a great chest. It's just, it was something to replace this chest with to get the spell suppression that I lose when I was going to replace the gloves. But yeah, I'm pretty upset about it. I'm like, it's probably pretty obvious, but this is dumb. Like, actually, 50 plus temples and 6 vials in total. Oh yeah. See, of the gym double corrupts, I've been trying to make a 2120 Vol Flame Blast. This is a 2023. We got a 2121 normal Flame Blast. We got a 2020 Vol Flame Blast. We got a 1920 Flame Blast. 2020 Vol Flame Blast. 2023 Vol Flame Blast. 2120 Normal Blade Vortex. 1911 Normal Blade Vortex. And a 1920 Vol Blade Vortex. So that's the 9 double corrupts I got there. None of those gave me what I was looking for either. Level 21 gyms drop all over the place, but I don't know. Like, in the last few days, everything that I was, like, really hoping to get out of the temple, it just hasn't. Aside from the helmet, but this didn't come from the temple. I got this from the Atlas passive tree node right here that gives me rare incursion items from running the incursions in my maps. So, yeah. And like the really crazy stuff is like while doing all that, I have 13 Shaper sets. I have 23 Elder sets. I've got 11 Cirrus sets. I've got 27 Mavens. I farmed all that while farming all these incursions. Slave Driver's Hands, 65 Chaos in Trade League. 5 days of SSF grinding, you don't get it. Well, tomorrow I do bosses anyways, so hopefully they'll go down. But yeah, that's... Oh. Let's go over the cool stuff I got. I double corrupted this Vertex. It gave me +2 duration and burning damage, which is interesting, I guess. The Sedima's Touch, 10% quant max base attack crit on there. I pulled this. This is item level 85. So this either came off the boss. I think this actually came off the boss of a temple. But yeah, this is a pretty solid Fizz wand. Fizz attack wand. Could use the suffixes rerolled probably, but that's cool. Yeah, this Assassin's Garb, life, purple resistances. And this shield, suffixes on this can be divined up to 50% chance to shock on block, life recovery on block, and all the 13 chance to block. That seems nuts to me. So I thought that was cool enough to show off. This amulet here has got plus the Fizz skill gems, T1 flat fizz, and T1 fizz dot multi. Which I don't know exactly like what you would do with that, which is crazy, but and then I got a item level 85 Shaper Crystal Belt. Now this is a hard thing to get. Like, unless it drops, you have to get a crystal belt, you have to conquer exalt it, then you have to flip it through harvest in order to get a Shaper Crystal Belt. But I have a Shaper Crystal Belt, which that's super dope. I also got a Shaper as a my tower shield, which is cool. I've been trying to roll some stuff. Got a decent life, frostbite on hit ring. Unset frostbite on hit ring. But yeah, some like I haven't been like min-maxing like the harvest farm or fusings or anything because it's all of my time has just gone into the incursions. So yep, tomorrow we'll have bosses. We'll have a bunch of Watcher's Eyes, and then all of my first attempts at Uber bosses. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. If you enjoyed the video, you enjoyed me malding and ranting about Incursion, hit the like button. It really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe, make sure you don't miss more videos from me. And if you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart button just below the video. And I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.